Welcome back to the Bits of Good Bootcamp. We're going to go over HTTP requests and using Postman now. So you see this is the same screen we left off on from the other video. We still have our server running. We can come test it in Chrome. It's still running. So what we're going to do actually is we're going to get rid of this extra route we made, and we're going to talk a little bit about different types of HTTP requests. So implicitly, the browser makes a GET request. And so that's great, but we want to also be able to support different types of HTTP requests. So we need a program other than the browser to be able to test that with our server. We're going to use something called Postman, which is a client that allows you to create HTTP requests and send it wherever you want. So I just downloaded it, so we'll see. We're going to put in HTTP localhost port 3000 and our route second. And so I'm going to send a GET request to this, and you should see that this looks the same as what we saw in the browser with just a little different formatting in this client instead. But notice here that we have so many different types of requests that we can send. So if we take a look here at our code, we see that we specifically said that we want our Express server to respond to GET requests here. But we can actually support lots of other kinds of requests. So I'm going to just copy this, and instead of GET, I'm going to change this to POST, and here I'm going to say we got a POST request. So the important thing to remember here is this route is actually the same between the first and the second. The only difference is that I changed the verb here. So let's give this a try. I'm going to change this to POST. And remember, I have NodeMon running, so it's constantly looking at my file, and whenever there's any updates, it's restarting the file so that I don't have to do it manually. Alright, let's go back to Postman. So now I'm going to send a POST request here, and we see that we did in fact get the response we were expecting of the POST request. So we can do this for all the different types of things, so we could make this also a put. Now we'll change this to a put, again here in Postman, and now we'll go ahead and send it. And there's actually another way in Express. If we wanted our Express server to handle all types of requests regardless of what the HTTP verb is, there's a way for that. And we do that using app.use. So in this case, we are still going to provide it an endpoint, so I'm going to pass in any. And here we'll say, again, res. Alright, and then finally we'll say res.send. Got a request, don't know what type. Okay, so let's give this one a try here. I'm going to pass in any, and to start with I'm just going to send a regular GET request, and we see that that worked, but now also I can change that to a delete request, and the same thing. So we see that our Express server is in fact getting all the different types of requests for this any endpoint because we are using the use, which just matches anything. As opposed to these, which are specific for the GET verb and the POST verb here and the PUT verb. And we can also do the delete verb, which isn't shown yet, but I can show you really quick. Delete. Awesome. So that's it. This is how we're using Postman. This is definitely something that's going to be really useful whenever you're testing API endpoints. Postman is your best friend for this. So with that, let's carry on to the next video.